Okay, we're back. Now let's continue. You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find Prosecutor Winner?
With some serious investigative magic, that's how.
It was pure luck, actually, but never mind. You didn't even need our help, huh?
That's not true. Thanks so much for joining in the search. Where did you look, by the way?
Oh, this place is a little way away called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? Sunshine Coliseum. That's over by the harbor. There were a whole bunch of people there for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look.
You mean like a festival? Ooh, that sounds fun. Wish I could have gone and checked it out.
Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks.
Simeon didn't like the crowds much, but...
Hey! Don't have to tell him that.
Alright, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all going to the festival together.
It's kind of lucky you found Prosecutor Winner so quickly. Lucky? In what way? We have to go practice soon, for the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway. I see. I'm sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about really. We were glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps make sure they don't arrest me again. You really helped me out by finding him. I'm so relieved.
Of course! Just because they found him, that doesn't mean they'll find Warren and Lagarde guilty.
What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No, I can't go back. I can't. Come on, Jay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? No way. Alright, time to put some logic together. Okay, festival with an exploding sound. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, at the event at the Coliseum. Were they setting them off even during daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there.
What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth?
The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework?
Huh?
Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud.
Which means fireworks, which means the Coliseum. So the kidnapper was near there, right? But how near? If the fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away.
Yes, the area we need to search would be too broad to even consider doing it ourselves. But if the police were to lend a hand... Yeah, let's connect the garbage facilities near the Coliseum. So, based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum.
And one of the garbage facilities is right by there, too.
I think it's likely that's where Shaun was taken. Which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Could I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you to ask, sir. Feels a little flat, if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to. You don't mind, even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore? I thought I told you already. A detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Investigation complete.
Mr. Edgeworth, we're almost out of time.
You're right. We need to hurry. I doubt Judge Gavelle and the others can hold out much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search, but I'll put my best guys on it. You can count on that.
I'm coming too, Gummy. I promised I'd snatch Shaun from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm going to do.
I'll head back to the courthouse. Who knows? I may be able to drag proceedings out just a little longer.
Alright, with me, everybody. Even in the depths of night.
Yeah, it's already striking 2. There isn't a moment to lose. Yes, sir!
But I didn't finish! When no other bird dares to take flight.
April 6, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Well, well. If it isn't our old friend, ex-Prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy. Excelsior winner.
The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet.
I already told you, Franziska. It doesn't make sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime sent to prison? It's enough to make a grown man cry. But to suppress evidence in order to keep her out of a jail cell? No, that's preposterous.
Objection!
But we have a statement from your own son. He says he entrusted the evidence to your care.
I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about. Or why'd he say such a thing. I don't know what's gotten into him lately.
Objection!
What if I could prove that you and Warden Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim? I'm sorry. Prove? I think we've been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore?
Miles Edgeworth, I'm the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking, barging in like this?
I'm sorry, Franziska, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution? Just briefly.
What are you doing?
Judge Gaval, I come before the court with important new evidence. I ask that you allow me to present it. Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There's no way this can be allowed.
Objection!
Well, the defense hopes you'll let him, G. Just saying. What's the thinking over on the prosecution's side there, friend Dango?
Fine. The prosecution has no objection.
Objection!
Your objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy. It's a courtroom. And this is flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity?
No. As long as Shaun's still missing, she'll feel she has no choice but to go along with whatever Winner wants.
If only there was some way of telling her he might be found in any moment. Judge Gaval, I would ask only this, that you trust in me, and in my assistant, just this once.
Speaking of which, where is Kay Faraday?
She's currently searching for the most important piece of evidence of all.
Objection!
Nonsense! There's no more evidence to be found. You're just stalling for time.
Objection!
The most important piece of evidence of all, eh? Hey, G, I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe we should trust in Miles' little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say little pal, but she's way more than that. She's the one and only great thief, Yadagarasu. It seems Fender has sensed what I'm getting at least. Judge Gaval, the evidence I'm talking about, we're almost certain we know where it is. Kay is only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger.
Very well. This is highly irregular, but I will allow it.
You have my thanks. Have you all gone completely mad?
You said you had important new evidence. Evidence of what, exactly?
Just what I said. That Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner are far better acquainted than he claims. Allow me to present it to you. What proves the link between Excelsior Winner and Fifi Lagarde? Simple. The report on night.
Take that!
This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. Oh, yeah. And who might that be? The late Mr. Bronco Knight. And the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Wait, is that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed.
This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. This is indeed important evidence.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, you refer to the document in question as a report. Would you care to elaborate? To whom was this report addressed? A very good question, Miss Von Karma. And the answer is the most important new revelation of all. We recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots for the underground auction were kept. It is. An auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Excelsius winner. And that is to whom the report in question was addressed. Do you still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another? I'll refrain from commenting on that matter for the moment, if you don't mind. What? I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has it? Have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved that fact more than adequately. I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes, but that was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then, well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me. You won't wriggle your way out of this one. So unfair. Tell him, Verity, please. I'm not being slippery at all. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Unlike you when you permitted Mr. Edgeworth this bizarre interlude. That was most unlike you. It's saddening, truly it is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law. Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures. You're right, of course. Until a fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot be truly considered as fact. I am afraid I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. It's no good. She has to know for certain that Shaun is safe. I'm sorry, my boy. What counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things. And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're a scurrilous soul. I'll do no such thing. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth, should it choose to acquit me, as should you. If we can't find that missing evidence, we're in trouble here. Well, Verity, I think we've heard about all we need to, don't you? There's no way that evidence is turning up, ever. A quick not guilty, and we can all go home.
Objection!
Who said that? Dad!
Eustace. What are you doing here?
Mr. Winner, what is the meaning of this? And where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that. I'm sorry. You are unfit to be a prosecutor. You're a complete and utter disgrace.
Why, Eustace? Why can't you not get it in your head? This is no place for an incompetent fool like you.
Dad, I brought some vital evidence. So, can I please, take my place at the prosecutor's bench? Pretty please? Well, Eustace. This is certainly a surprise.
Objection!
Oh, Eustace, my boy. What's gotten into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Dad, Come on, my boy. Spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? All right. Why don't you run along home and I'll be with you soon? Get back on the stand! Right now! What's gotten into you, child? You're shaking like a leaf.
Objection!
Judge Cavell, the prosecutor in charge has arrived along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call an end to proceedings just yet. No objections from team defense. Only wish we could have our original team captain say that herself, though. The prosecution has no objections either.
You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Verity?
He still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Shaun, but we know different. Sadly, as long as that boy remains missing, nothing changes. Judge Gavell's hands are still tied. That sound! That's her cell phone. Huh? Mine is also ringing.
Whoa, I'm getting a call too. Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Fender! We found
Shaun!
We found Shaun! Detective, you did it. The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work, your great thiefness. Thanks. We just thought you should know right away. See y'all soon. Judge Cavell, it's for you. Hello? Yes. Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? Alright, be careful. I'll see you back at home. The proceedings will continue. I feel a certain freedom returning to my hammer arm.
No! How? Is this some idiotic joke?
It is no such thing. The witness will return to the stand, and Mr. Winner will step up to the prosecutor's bench.
Yes, ma'am.
Eustace Winner.
Yeah?
I leave matters in your hands.
Huh?
Facing down your own father, this won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Very well. Is the prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Winner, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court.
Yeah. So,
the knife and the chisel.
Whoa, you tracked down the missing murder, majigs?
Well, Mr. Winner, did you? About that, No, I couldn't find them. I searched everywhere. Everywhere. But I was too late.
Too late? How so?
I remembered something. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in newspaper. Where are you going, Dad?
Oh, Eustace. I was, just on my way to throw out some trash.
And then I heard this tinkling sound.
Tinkling, huh? Let me guess. The bell from Mr. Conness's chisel.
You mean to tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence? I tried. I tried my best, but I was too late. I'm sorry.
You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where?
Literally everywhere. I even went to the dump. I got down on my hands and knees and dug through the garbage. I figured that stuff had to be in there somewhere.
Wait, that's Eustace?
Huh. Hey, what are you doing here? Ah! Rude. He totally ignored me.
So that's what he was doing. And he even went so far as to search the dump.
But, all I found was this. And this is a little pungent, for one thing.
Yeah, and you're a little on the ripe side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here.
What do you expect?
And the knife?
It's probably somewhere in among all that trash. But there was too much to go through on my own. Very well. The court will accept the item you have presented into evidence.
You really have outdone yourself, Eustace. You never fail to disappoint, dear boy. You dug through rotting garbage with your bare hands. And that's all you have to show for it? Ha! You drive me to tears. Really, you do.
Objection!
Might be a little soon to turn on the waterworks just yet, Dad. Let's take a closer look first. If you wish to waste your time, be my guest. Hey, Eustace, Miles, do this devastatingly handsome old defense attorney a favor, will you? Hit this guy full in the face with the truth. It seems Fender's on board. Good. Then let's see if we can find an opening. Mr. Winner, could you show me the piece of evidence you found? Sure. This is it, huh? Hello, I think we found something. Let's open it up, shall we? We can only hope there's something of value inside. Could this be the bell that was on Mr. Canis's chisel? Perhaps there's some trace evidence that can prove that one way or the other. It's no good. Look at it. It's spotless.
Well, Mr. Winner?
Do tell. Was there anything interesting inside your little scrap of paper? Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why was it even accepted into evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen, but the truth hurts. Were Eustace's efforts for nothing? It's true the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless... Come on, Edgeworth! We can't give up yet! As calm and collected as ever, I see, Miles. Unlike my poor idiot son there.
Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
Not so fast, Gavel! We're not done yet. There's one thing we still haven't looked at properly.
Really, my boy? You want us to believe there's more? Desperation's never a good look, you know. It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for once, I think we're both thinking the same thing. Namely, that we might not necessarily be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can't know for sure without looking more closely, but if I'm right, we're talking about the newspaper. Yeah, the newspaper. I'm talking about the piece of newspaper the bell was wrapped in. Seems we really were thinking the same thing. Ah, it's beautiful, really it is. Tear-jerkingly so. Some might call it heroic optimism. Some might call it clutching at straws. But whatever one calls it to put all one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage, that takes belief. Let's take a closer look and see if it is as worthless as you say, shall we? Eustace, if you'd be so kind. Yeah, there is something right here. Are these finger marks? And look, it's covered in some sort of oil. Judge Gavel, I'd like to have this examined for fingerprints. Could I request that you call on somebody from forensics? Very well. Summon a technician right away. I have the results, Your Honor. It's been confirmed that these are finger marks. Unfortunately, it looks like they were made by somebody wearing gloves. No! Oh dear. Well, that doesn't give you very much in the way of evidence, does it? But I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this was important evidence. And what kind of idiot would handle something like that without gloves on? Oh, that's right. The kind that would flail about desperately like you, my boy. Wow. Way to talk to your kid, Super Dad. I'm merely calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Real winners know to keep their emotions out of things. And take no pity on the weak and the foolish, including their own ineffective offspring. Dad! You spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor. But thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how those prizes were won. It was all thanks to me, thanks to the power I wield. You've never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled, first by me, then by Verity. Dad! Oh, try your garbage-smelling tiz. Garbage-smelling? Not that it's a stench that doesn't suit you, even if it does make me turn up my nose in disgust.
Objection!
No, you're wrong! I am, my boy? Wrong about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are! What did you say? Yeah, you smell, and you don't even realize it. You couldn't hide it even if you wanted to. Edgeworth, take a sniff, right there where the finger marks are. You want me to smell it? Is that oil? Yup, and I know where it came from. Wait, I know it from somewhere too. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Senior must be something of a motorhead. That odor tells us something important. It tells us exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess I'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep my emotions out of things. And I'll never be able to stand up to him, no matter what he's done. Eustace. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said you were going to be different from your father. A different kind of prosecutor. And you are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why we're standing here in this courtroom. A prosecution's highest responsibility is to the truth, to see that it comes to light, no matter what. We expose crimes and we see that their perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. So if you truly mean to continue on as a prosecutor, you know what you have to do. Follow the prosecutor's path. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have to do alone. I'm here. I'm right beside you. Thanks, Edgeworth. You're right. Those finger marks tie my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how. The mechanic's gloves.
Take that!
The smell you pointed out to me, Eustace. It's the smell of engine oil, isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even. Yup, and we've both smelled it before in the same place. Yes, in Chairman Winner's garage. What's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns, don't they? The outlines of the letters D, E, A, T, and H, the same letters that appear on the fingers of these gloves.
Objection!
Oh, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy?
Objection!
How indeed?
That's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of newspaper we found. Let's look again at the scrap of paper the bell was wrapped in, and compare it to the gloves we found in Chairman Winter's garage. There's a feature that undeniably connects the two. The letter A.
Take that!
Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing, exactly as it is in the print on the newspaper.
What?
I would also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt the gloves are covered in. I think it might be worth having its composition compared to that of the dirt on the newspaper. A match would make for an even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winter's gloves. Officer, have the dirt on these two pieces of evidence compared right away.
Curse you, Edgeworth! And you, Eustace! Who do you think you are? You're nothing but mere prosecutors!
Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant.
What? Do you think you're going to be able to make that stick? You think they'll send me to prison? Me? You think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child! A fool!
Objection!
Just give it up, Dad. Admit what you did.
Objection!
You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You won't last 5 minutes!
You know what? I think I might be okay. All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor, to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got to thinking how powerless I was in all of this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me a way forward. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you. After all, I found that evidence on my own.
Didn't I? My men kidnapped you? What are you talking about?
Objection!
I guess the courtroom is as good a place as any to tell you the truth.
Dad, be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be.
I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember. But I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Thanks for everything, Excelsius. And goodbye.
You! When did you? You need me, damn it! You can't possibly survive without me! Eustace!
This was gonna kill my voice. The court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Winter. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well remedy that. What? You're going to dig through all that trash for the knife, darling? But then... Don't worry, Warden Lagarde. I'm sure your punishment won't be too unpleasant.
Oh, you devil! Punished? What? Impossible! Excelsius, you blithering buffoon! What did you do? What did you do? All your swagger and bluster about how they never declared me guilty! And now, this? You were the one I went to after they arrested me, because you made me believe I could trust you. And not only did you kidnap a child to try and help me, it didn't even work! You kidnapped the wrong kid! Idiot! You feckless, useless idiot of a man!
An unsightly outburst, to say the least. But an informative one, too. Wouldn't you agree, Eustace? Yeah, she really let some juicy info slip there, right? She did, right? Yes, she did. We really need to work on your confidence. Very well. Then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last.
Now what? What?
Huh? Who's that?
It's Lang. Sorry, Judge Cavell. Your happy ending will have to wait. Lang, she says, the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter.
Who are you?
Just a lonely lone wolf investigator by the name of Shilong Lang.
And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it?
Ha! Not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know.
Lang? Like the Lang from 12 years ago?
Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back. Wait, 12 years? Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit.
I wonder what happened 12 years ago. Could this all be connected to Agent Lang's father and his relationship with the president somehow?
Fifi Lagarde, an Excelsius winner, in the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family name into the mud.
Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question?
I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past. Not yet, anyhow. Right now, I'm here for you, Cavell.
Me?
You and one other person.
Shaun!
You're both under arrest. On suspicion of having conspired to murder Dijun Wang, president of Zhangfa.
Objection!
Where is your evidence, Agent Lang? All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look everything over again.
What have you uncovered, Agent Lang? I need to know.
If you've got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, believe me, I will.
The end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly haven't come anywhere close to solving the mystery of the president's murder, or uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings.
Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you to at least trying to track me down.
That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Or figuring out who that was on the phone. Yes, I'd say the matter is far from over yet. Considering I had to split this in not one, not two, but 3 parts. Not something I wanted to do, but it had to be done. And it's only going to get much longer from here. Why? You will know what I mean. That is it. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the like button. It means a lot. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click that bell. I will see you then. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. Product provided by CAPCOM.